Hello, my friends. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. If you're here, please kindly put a like as always and say hello in the chat so I know that you're here. Don't be shy, especially if you're a regular participant in these lives. As always, before we commence, you can join my private Patreon group by following this link that I just posted in the chat. It will also be in the description of this video and in the comments down below once this live is over. Okay, as always, first we'll talk about what's happening in the market and the rumors out there and expectations out there. And after we've spoken about the current market sentiment and what's happening in the crypto market, we're going to go on to say hi to everyone and have a little chit chat as always. To this day, currently Bitcoin is stuck in a range. The price keeps moving between roughly 25K to 32K. It's been a big range. It's been going on for a very long time. Throughout this range, we have had nonstop sentiment shift in the markets from retail investors, which is, to be expected. What happens is that once basically the bull market is over and these nonstop exciting news and very big moves stop, the excitement dies down. People are used to it, right? They're used to this excitement. So they stop kind of looking at the macro outlook. They stop looking at the big percentage gains, these days where coin pumps 100, 200, 300% or 50% in a day are over. So now they basically need some action and entertainment. Very often what happens is that on crypto Twitter, they start gravitating towards traders that basically either scalp or day trade or trade little moves with extremely huge leverage, basically, therefore getting a decent ROI. So these people become very popular during bear markets and altogether during stagnant activity in the markets. That being the case, people really start making big deals out of these ranges and these small moves when they really are not. Me as a macro investor and even as a swing trader, I always try to look at basically big moves in the market. And currently, no big move is happening. Unless you're trading with huge capital and you're basically really willing to put, your neck on the line every single day and trade this range from 25K to 32K, and it takes a while. It takes a while for these moves to take place. Also, nothing important has happened. The truth is that basically Bitcoin is still holding the high low at roughly $24,800. It's still in an uptrend and it still has maintained bullish momentum. The SPX is also maintaining a high low, therefore still in a bullish momentum. That's the truth of it, right? That's the structure, that's the technical proof that we have in the charts. All that we are looking for, this range is irrelevant. Ranges, they break sooner or later. Every single range ends, no matter how long it lasts. And the move is always usually very significant, be it in an upwards or downward trajectory. But it's always very, very significant. All that we need to do is, if it's significant, if a significant move to the upside, we basically check out to see whether or not it's significant enough for us to start taking profits or setting trailing take profits, or to see if anything is different in the market so that we take profits earlier. If not, we just hold and wait. If the move is violent and to the downside, we simply check the million spreadsheet for our entries and we wait to see if an entry can be executed. If no entry can be executed, we do nothing. So, a violent move to the downside can be Bitcoin crashing to $20,000, but we would do nothing there because we have already done something there and lower. We have accumulated in the accumulation phase. And of course, if that were to happen, Bitcoin would drag down the rest of the alts in the market down with it. And if that happened, once again, let's say if XRP went to like 40 cents, once again, it would not be accumulating there because we bought at lower prices. So even if there was a violent move to the downside, we would have to see whether or not, in accordance with our strategy and method, new lows have been achieved, meaning that Bitcoin would have to go below $15,400 and Ethereum would have to go below $980 and XRP below 30 cents. And basically, many coins would have to set new lows for this current market cycle. Only then would it be a significant move, basically, in my opinion. Only then would I execute and buy more and dollar cost average with equal amounts of money without favoring one coin over another. Until that happens, I hold the positions that we have. So basically, all that we do for now is we hold the positions that we have, and we observe whether or not a high and low is maintained, or it's lost. If it's lost, what has happened in the past is that every single time a high low and a macro was lost for the Bitcoin crashed at least 72% from its peak at that moment, and usually more. So it would make sense that, in accordance with this historic data, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. It would make sense. It would make sense in accordance with historic data that Bitcoin would crash very hard and give us more entries. That is nothing to be scared about. I know that, of course, if we did see new lows and if our entries for many other coins on the million spreadsheet were hit, of course, as I keep mentioning, that it would be accompanied by extremely negative and scary and effective news. Many people will once again be saying that it's the end of crypto and speculative markets. I expect that if Bitcoin went below 10,000 or 5,000, if something like that were to happen, that the narrative would be seeing is that basically Great Depression 2.0 is here, and basically that we're suffering the greatest financial crisis of all time. Uh, I guarantee that these are the kind of headlines and narrative we're going to see out there if those prices take place. If those prices take place, our job is to mute these narratives and accumulate in accordance with our Millionaire spreadsheet and hold the entries and wait for the market to recover, wait for it to transition to euphoria phase and start selling and selling, trading, take profits. If we do not see these new lows, simply what we do right now is we hold the amazing entries that we have, the entries that we deserve, mind you, after huge crashes, being patient and disciplined and ignoring all the buy the dip narratives and all the moon boys saying that we're not going to get our crashes, that we sold too early, that this time is different. So we deserve these amazing crashes that we bought after 70, 80, and 90, 95, and 90, 99% crashes, depending on which coin we're talking about. So we'll hold these amazing entries without trying to catch the bottom. If the market gives us the opportunity to buy at new lows and bring down an average and add to our bags, we'll do just that. If the market does not give us the opportunity to do that, once again, we hold the amazing entries that we have. We hold our bags. We're very well diversified, and we'll wait for the market to keep building higher highs and higher lows, and we'll start selling and taking heavy profits before the cycle comes to its conclusion and the massive crashes come once again. Very straightforward and very simple. No matter, there's no reason to complicate matters. I know that due to the boredom, like I mentioned just earlier in the video, many people need entertainment, and due to entertainment, very often traders become popular because traders give daily action. Because they're trading and gambling basically every single day. Please keep in mind that basically trading is quite dangerous. Keep in mind that the shorter the time frame, the more, statistically speaking, you're likely to lose money. So day traders statistically lose 95% of day traders statistically lose money. 90% of traders in general, so that means basically swing traders, scalpers, and day traders, 90% of them lose money, and 80% of investors lose money. So although basically the majority of market participants either way lose money, keep in mind that basically by investing, you're four times likelier to make money than a day trader. So day traders are 95% failure rate, and basically only a 5% success rate. And when investing is 20% success rate, which is four times more. You have to keep that in mind. We're talking about the difference here is we're talking basically about millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people. So it is quite significant in measure. As I mentioned earlier, if the market gives us the opportunity, we will be buying and trading, swing trading XRP. The swing trades will be anywhere from 50 to 100, 150% profits, depending on the market conditions. If you want to be following those swing trades, you can join the Patreon. It will be executed live, every single entry and every single exit the moment I'm out. In 1 minute or 2 minutes, you'll know that I'm out. And we're going to be recording it. The goal is to basically turn, depending on what kind of entries we get, and if we get them, because we might not get them. Mind you, by the way, before I go on to finish the thought, that the XRP bags that I have long term are not being touched, as well as all the other altcoins and Bitcoin and everything else. They remain untouched, and I hold them after buying after major crashes. Swing trades is a different thing. Since it's going to take time for the market to develop and hit peak euphoria phase where we're going to be exiting the market with amazing profits, we need to make money now. Also, just to put money in our pocket. And it will help some people with small portfolios maybe to have bigger bags also, right, for the euphoria phase. So The goal is with the XRP swing trades to turn 30K into half a mil, or if we get entries as low as like 10 or 5 cents, nobody knows what's going to happen in this market with certainty. Then it's going to be around 50K, turning 50K into a mil. So anywhere like 30, 50K, turn into half a mil. Of course, it's going to take time. It's probably like giving. I hate timeframes, but I would not be surprised if it takes around 2 or 3 years to achieve that. But we're going to get it done if we get the interest that we have. Remember that the most important thing about swing trading and trading in general is that you have to wait for the trade to come to you, and it's all about having great entries. If you want to have a great trade, if you want to make great profits off a trade, you have to make sure that you have a great entry. Everything begins with a great entry. If your trade began with a mediocre entry, the results are going to be mediocre. If it began with a bad entry, the results are going to be bad. But if your trade began with a great entry, the results are going to be great. Therefore, it's very important to be patient and wait great entries. Whether or not we're going to get them, nobody knows. This is a factor, one of the trading factors that you really have to control if you're trading. The fact that you want to make money. So maybe you have a certain goal for the month that you want to make money, a certain amount. Maybe you feel like you really need money today. This is called forcing entries, and that, statistically speaking, once again, usually ends in failures and losing money. So it's very important to control your greed and what you want and need, and actually see what the market is showing. So if the market does give fantastic entries, we're going to start executing swing trades with XRP. The reason why I've chosen XRP is simply because XRP is easier for me to read than all other coins. And it's XRP and XLM is something that I've been swing trading in the past. It's in my course also. Like if you're on the Patreon, you can always scroll down to the very bottom and find the videos for the course and watch the whole course on how I trade and what I did last cycle. The XLM was a perfect example. And then basically that's what we're going to be doing with XRP this time around. Let's see. I don't think that anything significant is happening in the market anymore. I would say that it's very important to be patient. Remember two things. Make sure that you diversify heavily. Make sure that you diversify very, very well. We've spoken about this on several occasions. You can literally take $10,000 and split it between, let's say, 20 coins, $500 per coin, right? And you can have like 15 of these coins go to zero and die and do nothing, and the other 5 can deliver 20, 30, 50x profits and or 100x profits together, and you're basically out with amazing gains and amazing profit, and the losers don't matter. Whereas basically, if you're a maximalist with only one coin, let's say like Bitcoin, for example, in the last cycle and delivered 2,000%. Of course, 2,000% is good, but my point is there are coins that did 20,000% or 60 or 70,000%. So in comparison, Bitcoin maximalists missed out. So just make sure that you buy some gems. For example, one coin that I made no secret of that I hold, you should not be buying it. The only reason that I mention it now is because it's too late for you to buy. And I'm going to mention that I have it, is ING Injective. It's up over like 100% just now from where we bought with our members, and at one point was like up like 200%, right? So it's too late to buy now because it's bounced already, and you're late for Injective. Definitely, you should never be buying green candles and foaming into green candles. Injective is one of those coins that's up over 100% from the entry, more than from the bottom. So, you would be foaming into it. That's very bad. But the whole point with Injective is, let's see, it's currently, I believe, like rank 53 in coin market cap. Honey, can you please give me my phone? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So let's actually check it out on coin market cap. Let's see, Injective. I think it was 53. Nope, it's not 53. Okay, it's 57 on coin market cap. It's positioned at 57 in terms of market cap. It has a market cap of $600 million, right? And we spoke about this earlier. Several times I mentioned this. Of course, you should not buy now because you already missed a great entry. But the point I'm trying to make is, even this coin right now, Injective, that is ranked at 57 with a market cap of 600 million, has a lot more opportunity to deliver bigger gains than, for example, something like Bitcoin, right? Or something like Ethereum or XRP and other blue chips that are there in like the top 10. The reason being that, of course, I own these coins and I believe they'll deliver great gains. But the point I'm trying to make is that, it's much easier to move a coin that has a market cap of 600 million, like Injective, for example. When you pump something like 10 billion into it, right, it's going to do a lot of excess and deliver crazy gains. If you pump 10 billion into something like Bitcoin, is barely going to move, because the market cap is 512 billion, Ethereum is 200 billion, BNBs is 30 billion. So of course, if you pumped 10 billion into BNB, for example, it would be significant. Like there would be some kind of okay move into XRP. Yes, it would, it would move XRP price somewhat, like a couple, like tens of percent. But the point I'm trying to make is, once again, if you're buying coins with much smaller market caps, we spoke about this yesterday also. Coins like QNT, XDC, so Injective, right? They have much smaller market caps. When you pump something like 10, 20, 30 billion into these coins, they're going to do several X's. They're going to tens and tens of X's, right? And that's where you make crazy profits. So it's very important to make sure that you diversify and buy some of these coins. Personally, the way I go about it is that I have my main investment, which is the Millionaire spreadsheet. I have like roughly 90%, even more, of my main play in the Millionaire spreadsheet. And then I have a much smaller portion of my investments in these smaller plays, right? Like what I call them high risk, high reward. I throw anywhere from $500 to $3,000 in these gems. And Injective is one of them. And I believe that many coins in there are going to do very, very well, So there are currently coins that haven't moved hard, that haven't pumped, and they're actually down very well. Some of them down 95% from the all-time high, some of them down 99% from the all-time high, or 97, 98%. You can join the $99 tier and get these coins before they move also, because you should never buy movers like Injective, and there are other coins in there that have already moved that you should not be buying. But there are many coins in there that have not moved that you can buy that are still down and that you can get in before the move. So do so. Remember, get in the coins before they move, and buy them after huge crashes. Of course, even if you buy after a huge crash, you can have another very big crash. That doesn't matter. You're not trying to chase the bottom. What matters is that you bought after a massive crash. You bought many different coins after massive crashes, and sooner or later the bottom is going to come in for some of these coins. And in the euphoria phase, some of these coins are going to pump like crazy. Some of them are going to deliver 50 to 100x profits and really change the way your portfolio looks and really pump it hard. Whereas other coins are going to die. Therefore, if you do join the $99 tier, I highly suggest that you buy every single coin in there. Don't throw, I don't know, if you have like $1,000, I don't know, not even 1,000. I don't know. Let's say if you have like $3,000 to buy these gems, don't just choose 5 or 10 coins with this money. Instead, throw like $100 at every single one of them, because the whole point is that I believe all those coins have huge potential to pump hard, but not all of them are going to pump hard. Only some of them are going to pump hard. So make sure that you get all of them. That's why I have all of them and I own all of them, because I believe when you have the whole package, basically, that you're going to do very well. Those coins are all together going to deliver amazing profits. So yeah, please remember to diversify. Remember to diversify into blue chips. Remember to diversify into mid caps. Remember to diversify into small caps. Remember to dollar cost average with equal amounts of money after only huge crashes and only at new lows. So if you bought, let's say, a coin, I don't know, let's say you bought Bitcoin at $20,000, do not buy there once again because you already bought at $20,000. Now your next entry has to be significantly lower, let's say at $15,000. Make sure that you're never trying to get the exact price. So if, for example, your target was 20,000, but Bitcoin's at 21,500, go for it, execute an entry there. Let's say we're aiming for 15,000, but Bitcoin's at either 16,000 or 14,000, go for it, execute an entry there. Remember that you do not need perfection. All you need is rough estimates. You don't need to buy the bottom, sell the top. You just need to buy low, sell high, and preferably very low and sell very high. You just need to be good at what you do. You don't need to be perfect. Perfection is a lie. If there's somebody out there telling you that they basically nail every trade, that all their coins have pumped, that they're perfect, that they predicted all the market conditions, right away block that person and individual and account, because they're lying to their cheat. They're full of nonsense. All the people in this market have made mistakes. Biggest YouTube channels, biggest crypto Twitter accounts, best analysts, every single one of them, including me, has made mistakes and will make mistakes in the future. Thank goodness that my strategy incorporates this, because I know that some coins, some entries are not going to be hit, some price targets are not going to be hit. that not all coins are going to deliver. So that's why I make sure that I am diversified into all kinds of different coins with different narratives. Like I mentioned earlier on, privacy coins, DeFi coins, um, exchange coins, meme coins, AI coins, gaming coins. I have it all because you never know what the popular narrative is going to be in the euphoria stage. That's really going to pop hard. You're only going to find that out once it happens, and then it's going to be blatantly obvious, in hindsight. But before that, you don't really know. That's why you have to maximize your chances of really getting huge X's and multiplying your portfolio several times. Uh, you know, uh, that's why also, because I know that I'm not perfect. That's why I don't try to chase the bottom, buy after huge crashes, only at new lows with equal amounts of money. That's why, because I know that not all price targets are going to be hit. I'm going to have trailing take profit for every single coin. That's why once that trailing take profit is hit, I'm going to get out fully out of that coin. And then ignore all further pumps. Doesn't matter even if it pumps much harder further. That's why I have other coins that will keep pumping and give me great profits. Um, and that's why I will not rotate any of the profits into coins called laggards, which was a very popular narrative in the last cycle. People rotating all their profits into laggards. Laggards, when the market is already reaching its completion and is looking toppy, are not laggards. They're just coins that don't perform well. They're poor performers. They are basically the bad batch of your portfolio that did not do well, and it's not going to do well. So that's something you suck up, and you make sure that you do not rotate profits into these coins simply because you believe they're going to pump hard. Because statistically and mathematically speaking, once again, most likely they're not laggards. They're just poor performers. They're not going to pump hard. They're most probably going to crash hard, and you're going to lose all the profits that you've made. Meaning now that you've gone through an entire cycle, did not secure and protect your capital, and 4 years or more, if market cycles are lengthening of your life, are gone, and you have nothing to show for it. That's why it's so important to make sure that you never rotate profits. I know that what has happened, for example, in the last cycle, remember, where people basically were rotating profits into coins, and they would rotate profits into, like, let's say 7 coins, for example. 6 of them have now crashed, let's say like 90-95%, and one has pumped hard. And they're really concentrating on the one that has pumped hard, and not talking about all the others that have dumped hard, making it seem as if basically rotating profits works. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. That's why one of those 1 out of 7 coins pumped. But for your portfolio, it does nothing, because if you bought all 7 of them, you're basically down bad. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't use exceptions to the rule as the rule. The rule is, statistically, mathematically speaking, when we look at the likelihood and probabilities, that rotating profits into laggards is a very bad idea. You might be extremely lucky. I don't know, maybe you're the kind of guy who just wins lotteries all the time, and you're like the luckiest person in the world. You might get lucky. I know one thing for sure, that I'm not lucky. I've never made money being lucky. I know that I made money through probability, statistics, maths, and percentages. And basing my investment strategy on that, I know that rotating into profits is a very bad idea, and you should never do that. You should secure your profits and capital and await massive crashes, and only then take a portion of your profits that you're willing to reinvest, not all of them, and put them in the market, and repeat the whole thing all over again. So take something like 10K, turn it into something like 200K. Let's say take 200K, turn it into millions of dollars, retire for life. That's the goal. So yeah, that's that. Let's see what everybody's saying, my friends. We're 23 minutes in. Please kind of put a like while you're here. I would appreciate the like. BKB saying, good morning, Rob. BKB, good morning, brother. Safbat2 saying, hi, Rob. Looking good as always. Safbat2, thank you very much. I appreciate it, brother. Ismail Muhammad saying, good morning, brother. How is your wife, especially daughter? Hope she's good now. Do you believe crypto will be decentralized? Ismail Muhammad, good morning. Thank you for asking about my family. They're both well. Do I believe crypto will be decentralized? I do not believe that. No, I believe that regulations are going to hit very heavily, and I believe that the whole market will eventually be restructured, and then due to regulations, are going to have the crypto.com bubble. Basically the dot-com bubble moment for crypto, when everything, when most of the coins get wiped, and then the survivors pump extremely hard after crashing extremely hard, like basically what kind of happened to Amazon and the other companies that survived the dot-com bubble, right, and the tech bubble. So something on the order of that is going to happen in crypto. I don't believe it to be decentralized simply because the government will not allow it to be decentralized. I know that there are rebels out there who believe they'll be able to beat the government and all that. But that historically, once again, when you look at what has happened in history, nobody's ever beaten the government. Anybody who thought they could beat the government usually ends up in a very tight situation. So no, I don't believe in decentralization. I believe in centralization. I believe that the governments will do everything they possibly can to control crypto, and they will. Apply all the laws. You'll basically, if you'll be a decentralized, basically, person in this market, you'll basically be a criminal breaking laws. The reason why I think that's very simple, because the government wants to and needs to control the money supply, and the crypto market, I believe, eventually will become way too big for them not to control. That's why they heavily regulate and control the stock market. Uh, you know, uh, and everything else out there, basically. So I believe crypto is going to be definitely controlled heavily, especially when years and years and years and decades down the road, basically, when the crypto market is worth tens of trillions of dollars, like the traditional markets and the stock market. They're not going to let it happen. Good. Crypto Card is saying, "Morning, Rob. My partner asked me today if we have Matic. She watched a YouTuber talking about the dream he had that is about to pump." Crypto Card. Uh, let me see. Let me see. We have so many coins. I always have to check. Uh, it's probably going to be impolite to do it right now during the live, but my friend, I just um, published the list on Patreon like the other day. All the coins are in there in the $99 tier, and also just check out the Millionaire spreadsheet. Uh, or just DM me on Twitter afterwards, and I'll answer. Once I have time to look at it, because right now it's impolite to keep people waiting. But talking about a dream he had about Matic pumping hard, I don't know. That's the kind of crazy stuff I talk about. Basically, that is like the kind of stuff I like to stay away from. People seeing dreams that something's going to pump hard. Like, one of the things I wanted to discuss today, this reminded me basically that there are these huge expectations that basically during the Ripple party, they said they're going to make some kind of announcement, right? So now the rumor is that there's going to be some kind of utility-based narrative that's going to start pumping the price, and the saying that the switch is going to be flipped, and that basically the price is going to start steadily growing. I don't believe that. If there's going to be some kind of price action, it's not going to be based on the announcement or Ripple. Even if there's something that happens, it's going to be an unsustainable pump. So be careful. I want to tell you that I've been here since 2016, and I want to tell you that during every single time that there was some kind of expectations of an announcement or news about to hit, related to XRP Ripple, uh, every single time it was very disappointing, and the price made lower lows and went down afterwards. So just be aware of that. Let's see. VIP Solanke saying, "Hi Rob, hope you and your family are well. Glad to have caught you live today." VIP Solanke, good to see you here, brother. Everybody's well, thank you. Hope the same on your end. All the best to your family. International Crypto Asset Ninja saying, "Fabulous day, everyone. Great to see familiar names here and catch up with your brother. Great reminder not to force entries with all the boring price action lately. Staying disciplined is easier with Rob." International Crypto Asset Ninja, good to see you here, brother. Thank you for joining. And hope you're having a good day. Absolutely, very important not to force entries. Very important to remember that we have no reason to FOMO and buy green candles, or want to force entries, because we already have entries that have been executed much lower than the current prices, and we're not going to miss out. And we're going to do well either way, no matter what the market does. But if the market crashes hard instead of pumping hard, we have to make sure that we bring down our average, so that when it starts recovering, we're not simply making back our losses and breaking even, but actually making profits while the market is barely trying to recover. The strategy is there for a reason. The reason is that we always have to bring down our average significantly to always stay afloat until euphoria phase hits. Thomas Horton, good morning, brother. How are you? Thank you for joining. CryptoCod is saying, "I think population buy might increase after pump." CryptoCod, yeah, probably. What can I tell you about Dubai? Dubai is a good place, but I'll tell you this, that like a lot of the money that you save on taxes, because you don't have to pay taxes here, you're going to spend it yourself, because Dubai is expensive. Like, if you're not the person who works for a company that covers, like, I don't know, stuff like medical insurance for you and your rent for you and all that stuff, basically, keep in mind that basically Dubai is very expensive. Opening a company, getting your ID, Emirates ID, renting or buying. Well, buying real estate is a lot cheaper than other places, but renting real estate, uh, I don't know, moving around town, buying things, Everything is expensive. So if you're basically going to make money to move here and you think you're going to save a lot of money, that's not the case. You're not going to be saving money. So just be aware of that, my friends. BKB is saying, what's your opinion on LRC? I can't think of it on the top of my head. So maybe it's something that I looked at and discarded, or maybe something that I haven't gotten to yet, BKB. Oh, my friend Draco Magnus is here. Good to see you here. DLSW saying, you never lose money selling XRP. Well, my friend, well said. And you never lose money basically selling any other coin, not just XRP. You basically, what you just said is they call it off. You never go broke taking profits, right? So, yeah, absolutely. VIP Solanke saying, hi, Rob. Lots of YouTubers are talking about this next bull run being the last great bull run, and those after will no longer be as great, life changing. Your thoughts on this? Yes, I agree with this. I've spoken about this several times. I believe that this is the last time that the little guys are truly going to be able to make a lot of money. People who come in with like 10K, let's say, to this market, I believe that this is the last time that you're going to be able to make truly life changing money that then you'll take out of the market and rotate back into the market. And then at the slower pace, turn it into way more money. So the people who have missed out on these market on this cycle and basically come in after the massive crash, where I believe basically is going to be a very, very, very heavy hit, they're already going to be extremely late to the party. The reason I believe so is because the regulations are going to be so intense that simply to buy coins and open accounts, and to trade and whatnot, is going to be so heavily regulated, like in the stock market, that is going to be a lot more challenging for people. But yeah. Jerome says, hello, Rob. Hello, brother. Good to see you here. Draco Magnus saying, I don't want to move to Dubai. I just want to set up fiscal residence there and get the Palau citizenship card. F taxes in my country. Tired of being robbed. Yeah, yeah, brother. But you have to pay your taxes. Nobody wants to go to prison, but I completely understand what you mean. Yeah, very tiresome. Taxes are terrible. You get really tired of them. All right, my friends, we've been in for 32 minutes nearly. Please kind of put a like while you're here. Remember, please, that the two things that I would like you to take away from today's life: diversify. Make sure that you're buying different coins. Remember that, yes, it's important to own many different coins for many different reasons, which is exactly what I do. It's important to have blue chips, mid caps, and small caps. Remember that it's much easier for coins with smaller market caps to deliver, let's say, 20, 30, 50, or 100x than it is for coins like Bitcoin. I can assure you that Bitcoin is not going to be delivering 50 or 100x this cycle. I can assure that Ethereum is not going to do that either. And many blue chips are not going to do that either. Some are going to move very well and deliver great profits, but many are not going to deliver that either. Currently you can already even say that what were small caps before are already now becoming mid caps, and some of them are even like blue chips. Like ING is in the top 15 yearly. I would already call it a blue chip. So, uh, you know, get in while these coins are still low. Get in while they're still down 95, 96, 97, 98, 99%. If you want to know what coins I buy and I believe will deliver 50 to 100x profits in the euphoria stage of the market, join the $99 tier. You'll have the answer there. My main portfolio is also there, the million spreadsheet for $5. That's my main play. That's what I believe in the most. That's the strategy I've been using for 2 cycles now. And I hope you enjoy your week, my friends. Thank you very much for joining. Love you all. Bye bye. Thank you.